Hiya, how are you, Alice?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty spot on. We were a bit mixed last week. We were on the Wednesday night instead of the Tuesday night, so we're back to normal tonight.
Yes, we are. Yeah.
So what's your week been like?
Well, it's been amazing, and I'd like to welcome everybody onto the show, Sparkle of Light Spiritual Chat Show. I would like to welcome you all on tonight, and this week has been crazy for me, but I've loved every minute of it. Lots of different things are happening in my life right now, so it's been really good.
All good things. All adventures.
Yeah.
Same here, to be honest. There's a lot changing for me. Lots and lots is changing for me. And do you know, even though you don't know exactly the footsteps forward, you're quite comfortable with it.
Yeah.
I'm very much like that. I'm kind of a bit excited because I just know there's a new path opening up, but I'll just follow that path. I don't know yet.
Yeah.
I know
well, it's
we will
good.
have a night. Sorry?
Yes, it's great to be back on the show again, Tuesday night, because as you say, we were on last Wednesday. That was only because it was my birthday, because we are normally on a Tuesday night. So I had other plans on my birthday that night, so it was really nice.
So what did you do?
We went out, we were together and we had a really nice night. We went out and then the family came round, and my daughter was on the phone because she stays in Eastbourne, so we had a lovely night and it was really good. So 21 again. It's good to be 21 again. I like that. Yeah.
Do you know what? I've never got past 21.
No,
never. When I would play and go to, well, my grandchildren's growing up now, but when they were younger, I used to go to my grandchildren's birthday parties, and I always won at musical statues and musical chairs. I always won. All the children were going, she won. I'm a sore loser, but I know we've got announcements and things to make, and we can do that near the end of the show. Or do you want to do that now?
Yeah, if I could just say just now, I would like to just let everybody know that we are on season 4 now. So this is the beginning of season 4 tonight. And I'm quite excited about that because I started all this from scratch, and we're now on to season 4. And I'm really excited about what that season's going to bring us. And for those who can't make tonight, we will be on Thursday night on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So it will go there as well. Obviously, it'll be audio only, but you can also catch us up on YouTube. If you would like to catch us up there, please subscribe to us because it's free and it does help us a great deal. So thank you, and I welcome you all onto the show tonight, and let's see what's going to bring the show alive as spirit tonight. So I'm looking forward to it.
You never know. Sure you don't, but they always like to join in, so they do. They do. Well, tonight's guest, we have a lovely guest, and she's over my way. She's over in Ireland, and she is a medium. She's a mentor, a tutor. She does healing, and she does so much charity work. So her name is Orla Harte. So let's bring Orla on and hear her journey. Good evening, Orla.
Good evening. Thank you so much for having me on your show tonight. So I'll begin by telling you about my journey.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I am a spiritualist medium and based in Dublin. And I suppose there's quite a bit to my story. I also do something separately, and I volunteer with that. But I am trained as a victim support worker in Dublin, in the Central Criminal Court. And I am myself a survivor of domestic abuse. So I also give talks and I help women separately on my own time with that as well. And I suppose, as a spiritualist medium and being spiritual, It's part of who I am. It all combines together. And I love what I do very, very much. And I suppose for me, yes, we will often hear mediums are very much aware of spirit as young children. And yes, I was aware. I didn't know what it was, so at the time. But I do remember having the feeling of being different. And I was brought a very typical, Catholic upbringing. My parents were devout Catholics, and I was brought up Catholic. And I actually did love religion as a young child, and I would be very drawn to the saints. And
I was going to say the same to you. Sorry, go ahead. I was just when you were saying that. I was going to say about the saints, and you said it before I got to say it.
Well, thank you. Yes, the saints. And I really did have a deep connection as a young child to Our Lady. I was fascinated with Our Lady. But then I grew up and I had a very normal teenage life. I had my son quite young. I was 19, having my first child, and I went on to have 3 more. My son, when he was 10, had a very near tragic accident, which was only a couple of doors away. This happened, and he was resuscitated, and he was in a coma in hospital.
Oh.
What happened next was my awakening. I fell asleep holding his hand in the hospital, and when I did, I could see where he was in the dream state. It was a green field, the bluest of skies, and he went running to me, and I went running to him, and I grabbed his hand, and I woke up in the hospital room, and his hand was moving. And he came out of that coma a few hours later with no brain damage, no physical problems, and no memory of that accident to this day.
Really? That's amazing.
It was powerful, and I still feel it. And only I, as a mum, remember that day. But from then on, I started to read. I started to meditate. I started my development, and it was an ability that was in me that just needed the nurturing, like a mother nurtures a child. Spirit were nurturing me. So, in Ireland, in the Republic of Ireland, there wasn't and isn't many spiritualist centres or churches or whatever people like to call it. But there would, there should be, but sadly there isn't. And hopefully that changes. But I was aware of one, and it's the Spiritualist Union of Ireland in Lucan. And I went there, and I was very lucky to meet some amazing tutors, tutors from the UK as well that came over. And my development was very rapid. It was very, very quick. It was like Spirit had me on pause, and when they decided it was time to go, it was fast forward. And it was an amazing journey there. And I was on the committee there for a good while. Only after a number of months of attending, I was asked to go on the committee and serve the centre. And, I love serving spiritist centres and spiritist churches and
I do.
It's one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah,
because
I do.
to give freely is to receive everything.
Mm-hmm.
And by that I mean is happiness, the happiness you receive as a medium when you give yourself freely. It's mind-blowing how you feel after a demonstration.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's a natural peace, it's a natural happiness. And that is priceless.
Yeah.
That
And
is
a church
priceless.
demonstration is completely different, isn't it? A church demonstration is completely different from a live event demonstration. It is completely different. And I think I understand where you're coming from as well, because I'm back with the Catholic. I was Catholic, you know, as well. And I had this, I definitely had this bond, I would say, with Our Lady as well when I was very young. And I can understand later on in years, you know, why I would still have that affinity with spiritual churches, you know, because
Yes.
I love going to different churches. I love, you know, I don't know about you, but if you go on holiday, do you not love going to all these churches and cathedrals, etc.?
I do.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, it's just the sense of peace you get. And you know, I went to Rome, and I think I was in every single church in Rome, because you just sit there and you go into a natural meditative state. It's quite surreal. But although I would class myself as not religious, but more try and live a spiritual way of life, and but I very much believe in the ascended masters, and you know, the saints and the archangels and guardian angel and so on. But when being in a spiritual church in person and even given a demonstration online, you know, it's done freely. It's my favorite thing to do. So I went on and I started doing a lot of charity work on platform. I think for me, it's probably my proudest moment. I got to meet a little girl that I helped along with a couple of other mediums raise some money to help with her treatment.
Yeah.
And we got to meet this little girl, and you know, she had the biggest smile on her face as she was receiving chemo, and she was around 6 or 7. And I said, the world should be inspired by children like this.
Yeah.
And she went on to make a full recovery, and she's alive and well now and living a great teenage life. And to think that tiny little bit of help may have helped her,
Yeah,
is possibly one of my proudest moments in my work. And I've helped the Laura Lynn Foundation, people with MS, that, you know, the Mater Hospital, Crumlin Street Hospital here in Ireland, in Dublin, many different charities. And I just think, as a spiritualist, that's an important role we have.
Yeah, it sure is. Yeah.
You know,
Orla, you were talking about your awakening with your son when your son had that tragic accident. And I know you touched and you said that he doesn't remember anything of the accident. But did he awaken a little bit through that accident?
he would have sensed and seen a couple of things, but absolutely didn't want to know anything about it.
Yeah, I know. I can understand that. I was just really curious, you know, because your awakening happened with you, you were going through that together in some way. So I was really curious as to did he awaken in some way, you know, has to be free will and choice. I get that.
My apologies,
Exactly.
there's a bit of interference going on in the background. I can hear. I don't know if you can as well, but if anybody can hear it, it's don't adjust your set. It's to do with this. Then I don't know what's going on. There is a bit of a feedback.
Yeah. Go ahead, Orla.
Yeah, no, he's just a normal lad living his life happy and at peace, and that makes me happy, you know, that he's good, and you know, it's a good thing, I think, that he doesn't remember what happened, you know. But yeah, I've worked up in the King's Hall in Belfast, going back a number of years, and I've done a charity event in Boston, and it was actually, God, how many years? It's a good few years back now, but the event was to bring young boys from the north of Ireland, from different sides of the fence, if you like. So it was to bring young Protestant boys and young Catholic boys and bring them over to work together, and you know, for them to form bonds, and you know, it was about nurturing two sides, I suppose, and all the money raised was to help bring these boys over, and I just thought, you know, that's just beautiful to do, you know, and the world needs more of this type of work being done. I think, especially with our young people, you know. But
It's a crazy place at the moment too, isn't it?
the world is in a very sad state of affairs.
Yeah.
A very sad state, and you know, every single Monday I send out an intent to heal into the whole world, and I think most of us that are in this is, you know, in the movement, or you know, that are anyway spiritual, I think we always have in our thoughts to send healing to others, and especially those that never ask for it themselves or even believe in this, because they're the ones that need it the most.
Yeah.
I feel. But yeah, things are going really well since my roller coaster. I'm planning.
You mentioned Alice is from a Catholic background. I'm from a very religious background in that sense too. So when your awakening happened and your journey began, and you were following that path, how did your parents adjust to that? Did you keep it quiet? Did you share? Spirit is actually joining in here. I can hear them.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. There's a whole lot of noise going on in the background. Yeah.
I love this.
So, don't we?
Yeah.
And then you hear words getting said as well.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. So my mother she was deeply religious, but she was also very, very psychically aware, because she used to actually joke about it. She'd say, I think I'm psychic, because she would always know when I was going to ring. She would always know when I was going to knock on the door. But she made a joke and a laugh about it. She never took it in any way serious. And she didn't really have, my mother wouldn't have had too much to say on it. But my father now, he's still here with us, and he calls me the ghost hunter, the ghost whisperer. And he is ghosting again, but he is very proud of me, and he sees the work I do, and you know, especially with my charity work, and he'd often ring me up and ask me for, you know, advice on signs that he would be getting, and stuff like that. And my gorgeous brother, we sadly lost his spirit in 2014, he was my only brother. He would always ring me and say, Orla, I dreamt of Mum last night. It was really clear. Is that a sign? And I'd have to go in and explain to him. But he was having trouble sleeping, and I gave him an amethyst crystal. And I said, listen, keep that, put it under your pillow, it will help you. And I thought he would laugh, and throw it away, or, So sadly, when he passed, we had to travel to the UK, and beside my mum's picture was the crystal.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I suppose my biggest supporter is my sister in the UK. She's an amazing support, and has total faith and belief in me. I do, yeah, and she's my best friend too. Yeah. And I have a really good friend who's equally, as supportive and pushes me as well. So, and then I've got my spirit friends.
Yeah. I always say I'd be lost without my spirit team.
Oh God, yeah.
Totally. Yeah, totally lost.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Well, what I was going to ask was, I know what happened with your son, and that's a miracle, really. It really is, with what happened there. But before that happened, when you were younger, did you ever see or hear spirit when you were younger as a child?
I sensed. I always sensed. I didn't see. I didn't hear. I just felt there was someone always beside me or behind. And I was quite a nervous child, quite young. But I always remember, and this is a memory that has stayed with me. So, as you know, Easter is a very religious time. And we had on the TV on a Sunday, Easter Sunday, we had
Songs of Praise.
The Ten Commandments. The Ten Commandments, the film. And there was a window in the hallway. So I was that small, I had to get on my tippy toes to look out. So I would say I was around 4 years of age. I remember looking at the film. I remember feeling something which now I know is my solar plexus. Something in me when I was watching the film. I remember going out to the hallway, getting on my tippy toes, pulling back the curtain, and in my mind saying, there's something different and special about me.
Yeah.
I always remember that feeling.
Yeah.
And so no, I didn't see and I didn't hear. I just knew and I felt.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was terrified. Absolutely terrified. But I had seen spirit outwardly in my journey.
Yes.
And I remember there was a lady coming to see me for a reading. Before she came, about 2 hours prior, I went to do a meditation lying down. I was in a deep state of meditation, but it was like my eyes were open and I could see this young man standing at the door with his hand on the handle, like I'm looking at you. I can still see what he was wearing and his hair, everything about him. And the lady came and I described him, and it was her son. And that was a real gift of sight, to see spirit like that. And when I see this, and always in my work, I never take for granted what I do. And because nothing is promised.
No.
They're always in spirit's hands. And they do all the work, and I'm eternally grateful to be in the position I'm in, to be able to do the work that I do.
I know you mentor and you tutor, Orla. When did that start for you? Now, I know we all have different opinions and we all see things in a different way. I believe we all can talk to our spirit teams. We all have a connection to spirit. It's just who chooses to use it and who chooses to not use it. Like your son, like I know our three daughters are very in tune. My partner is even very in tune, but it's like, no, it's not for him. But at the same time, I believe we were all chosen to be here on a journey and we all have a purpose. So the mentoring and the tutoring for you, when did that start?
God, when did I can't actually remember exactly when it started, but it's a few years now. And I always say, you know, when I'm mentoring or guiding in a workshop with students, our spirit team guide us for how the work goes, what's being discussed, what's being facilitated. And, you know, the students put all the effort in and they're the ones to be admired. And my spirit team give me so much guidance. And it's about encouraging the students, building the trust, helping them develop that confidence, helping them develop trust. And they always say, how do you get the trust? How do you get the confidence? It's through practice. And you're building a relationship with your spirit team, and you're building a relationship with spirit, and building this, we build trust. But I agree with you, you know, we're all here and we're all giving gifts. And how I describe it is, and it's not for everyone to do. I totally agree, Judith. And how I would describe this is, you could hand me a guitar and Ed Sheeran would be beside me. I might be able to play a few strings, but I'll never, ever be like Ed Sheeran because that's his gift.
Yeah. Oh, we're all unique. We're all unique. Our own blueprint, our own wee stamp. Yeah, we are indeed.
And that's his purpose, is to play, to make people happy. And we're all here for a reason, and we're all here, and we all have our own special gift for the world.
Yeah. Have you figured out maybe what your reason is for being here?
Yeah. You know, and I've only really, I can put my hand in my heart now and tell you I've complete peace and happiness in my life.
Yeah.
And my reason, there's a couple of reasons for being here for me. Obviously, to be a mum and to look after my family, but to help spirit have a voice and to heal and to help people. I'm at my best when I'm helping people.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it fills me with love.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm here, I think, now I know I'm here to help bring closure for people, to help heal people from the loss of loved ones.
Yeah.
And there's nobody in the world that can take that ability from you.
No, of course not.
People they can take money. They can take, you know, whatever they like from you, but they cannot take your ability to communicate and to communicate. I'm saying this wrong. They can't take your ability of mediumship away.
Yeah.
And your ability to heal and to be kind, because that's part of who you are.
Yeah.
And Yeah.
It's your identity. It's your, you know, we all work, as you say, we all work different. And I know Alice works very uniquely with your team. I work very uniquely with my team, and we all work really uniquely in that sense. But nor should anybody try and take it away, because it is, you know, it is, we're here, and, you know, maybe not everybody gets it. In our lives, maybe within families or a larger circle, you know, but it's, we should never hide it either. I don't think we should hide, because we're very grateful, as you say, to have that, to be able to do that.
Absolutely.
You know,
I never would question anyone else's beliefs. So nor would I expect anyone to question mine.
yeah.
And it's a matter of respect. And I think, you know, we're the ones, Sarah, the ones that try and improve life after this life.
True, and you do have that trust in your team, so you're always going to, you know, any medium is always going to trust their team. They're always going to trust their team, regardless of what the outside world says or anything else. You're always going to trust your team, and that is, as you say, that comes down to building that trust and that bond with them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Overnight either. Sure, it doesn't. It takes time.
It does take time, and it's like, you know, for me, my gift to myself each day is I sit in the power every day. It's part of my practice. For me as a human, but for me as a medium, and that's just like, that's my go-to. And you know, a lot of my students would say, "But how do you silence the mind? Like, I can't. I've got to." Believe me, this wasn't an easy task.
No.
I remember setting out on this journey, and I had a lot of people around me saying they were seeing all these wonderful things, and I was thinking of the dinner, I was thinking of the shop, and I was thinking of the what. And it wasn't easy, but
no, it takes time.
It takes time, and I love, you know, sitting in the power every day now that I actually have it. I'm able to do it. But yeah, it took time, and
it takes a lot of patience and trust as well. You know, because let's face it, at the beginning, you know, although you know you're connecting with the spirit world, sometimes you kind of doubt. Did I hear that? Am I right about that? You know, and it's not until you start getting closer connected with them that you don't doubt it for a second.
No.
You know, but at the beginning you do. At the beginning you do. You know, and you'll maybe hold back on something and say, "Oh, I can't say that." You know, because that sounds a bit silly.
Yeah.
But yet it's the most prominent evidence that you'd actually had. You know,
and then you're kicking yourself.
Yeah. You thought, I knew that. I should have said it. There's no point. Right? Because you've missed the point.
We've all been there.
Yeah. But it's a journey, and for anybody learning out there, what would your advice be to them who is on the early stages of their journey, learning the spirit world?
To be patient, to trust every single thing you receive, to always treat your mediumship as a sacred ability, and to love what you do.
Yeah.
Have
and
fun.
don't let you.
Yeah. So for yourself, I know you've got Heavenly Healing Holistics. Is that online, or do you actually have a place in Ireland that people go to?
So I do video link readings. all over the world, but I have got an office here in my home, and people come to me then for one-to-ones here. I also work from the Spiritualist Union of Ireland in Lucan as well, where I do workshops and stuff like that. I also do online workshops. I'm in the process now of, behind the scenes, setting up a charity event for Women's Aid in Ireland, which is it's a fantastic organisation that help women that are in domestic violent situations, relationships, and so I'm going to be doing a charity event for them, and all monies raised will go to them.
You do a lot. You do a lot for them, which is really good. You know, that you're able to do that and help people, because you know what it's like yourself. You were in that experience, you know, so you know yourself that this was like. So I totally commend you on that. That's really amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. I was in Dublin. I used to do a few demonstrations in Dublin. There's one of the Spiritual National Union churches there, and it was lovely. It was really nice, and I must say, I mean, I've got family there in Ireland as well, and you're always made to feel so welcome. You know, nothing's a bother.
Yeah.
Nothing's a bother. You know,
No,
I do.
We love a hug.
Yeah,
we're all huggers.
yeah,
we're all huggers.
We're all huggers. Yeah. I am actually. I am. I hug everybody.
I am as well. I'm exactly the same. Yeah, I'm exactly the same. I've always been like that, you know. So, yeah. I also read a little bit that you've raised about 30,000 in charity as well. So you've raised a lot of money.
Over the last 14 years, in and around that, So, to know you've helped just that little bit.
It's very rewarding.
It's so rewarding. It really is. And I plan on raising a lot more.
Yeah. It's for a very good cause. So Women's Aid, they are to help a lot of people. And I think sometimes they don't get the funding or the acknowledgement for the work they do.
Yeah.
To be honest.
And they do such amazing work from, you know, financially, emotionally, mentally, you know, supporting you during your experience, and supporting you if you're in the court system, and they also offer one-to-one, you know, support services. So it's it's important for me to help those who helped me.
Yeah, it is indeed. And then you would understand that too, Alice. I think we both understand that.
Pardon?
Understand what?
We're talking about the Women's Aid and the Women's Aid and like, you know, yeah. I know it's quite weird.
You'll understand that. Yeah, you'll understand that, you know. But I think it's an amazing job that you know. But funny, the three of us understand it because we've all been there.
Yeah. You know, I think I'm very, and this is not me being, but I suppose I'm very much about empowering women and helping women reach their full potential, and in any way that I can, whether that be through my mediumship or whether that be me giving a talk. We're all wonderful and uniquely different, and male and women.
And we all deserve to be loved.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And we have to learn to love ourselves more too. We have to learn to love ourselves more too.
Yeah.
That's
the harder bit after when you've went through a situation, is learning that to love yourself. I think that's one of the hardest.
I would say though, It is, but Judith, I would say it comes more as you get older, and I'm a lot older than you, you know, and I would say as you get older and when you reach my age now, well, I'm at 61, I'd say I now love myself. I now love myself, but it's took a long time to get to my 60s before I could actually say I actually do love myself and I do deserve to be loved, you know. And yet, I mean, I'm in a wonderful marriage and got a most beautiful family who love and adore me, and I'm very, very privileged of that. But yet, it's always the bad stuff you remember though from the past, you know, and you have to sort of clear that deck and keep working on that, because it can come up at any time and just hit you again, you know.
It's like layers. It comes in like waves and layers, you know, different triggers, and but yes, probably different things trigger it in different ways. But you know, I know I'm still gone on my years, Alice. But thanks for telling us. But anyway, I still very much, I've learned, and I would say it's only over the last lot of years that I have learned to say, you know, really, I am who I am. I am what I look like. I am who I speak like. That is me. And the people that's meant to be in my life will be in my life, and the people who aren't won't. And I very much, it took a long time for that. A long time for that. Yeah.
I would be in total agreement, ladies, with everything you're saying. And, you know, Alice, I can say now I love myself for who I am.
Yeah.
And they're very powerful words to be able to vocalize.
Yeah.
And I love the saying, you know, there is a saying, those that hurt the most heal the most.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
help the most
also,
as well for other people.
I was going to say there's a lot of people we can help with the life experiences that you've went through. Yeah. But I don't regret.
No, I don't either. I don't either.
I don't regret. I would still go through. I don't regret my past, because it was the way I look at it now is it was lessons I had to learn from.
Yeah, that's right.
Important lessons I needed to learn.
And you know what?
Did you hear a man's voice there?
No.
I know there's spirits jumping in and out. Yeah.
Oh, I heard a man's voice there. I'll need to play that back and see what we get again. Yeah.
Do.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for my past and my journey, because it's made me into the powerful powerhouse that I am today. And I don't say that in a vain way. I say it about my inner strength and how it led me to help others. So I thank my journey.
That's right.
Okay.
Me too, I do. And without those experiences as well, you know, then you don't learn and grow and be able to do what you're doing now, you know. And also, you know, I'm going to probably say something maybe nobody will agree with me on, but I'll say it. The person that did kind of abuse us in the past, they were the ones really that were lost, and they were the ones really that had a lot of learning to do. And for some, I'm sure maybe have learned and maybe moved on and maybe changed with the whole attitude. There may be some who have never, you know. But it was also a learning for them too, as to deal with their own feelings and not react and take it out on other people, you know, and those especially who they would say that they loved, you know, they didn't really know what the word love was.
Yeah.
Indeed, I would agree with that. I would agree with that totally.
So it's a learning for them, say as well, do you know. Yeah.
But do you know, talking about that, do you know the song Pray? The song Pray. Who sings that? But it talks about okay, so there's a song Prayer or Pray, and when you listen to it, it's really powerful words. And you know, it talks about forgiving their soul and wishing their soul, you know, freedom to learn from. And when I listen to that, I actually do. You know, in my past, I can honestly say I wish people well, even if they weren't nice. I wish them well, because it keeps it off me, and I have no lessons to learn. So I do. I wish them well.
I think if you carry that bitterness and anger, then you know you're going down the wrong path with that one.
You're not hating. You're not
no,
hating.
not at all. And I don't carry that at all. I really don't. And if anything, I've kind of found out things now that I didn't know back then, and maybe reasons behind certain things, you know, that makes me even see things a lot differently too, you know. So as I say, we're all here to learn, and you know, we're all here learning and growing. Yeah. You
know, hate is an emotion.
Yeah.
So if you have a hate towards someone, it means you have a connection to someone, and that's an emotion. So for me, I carry no hate.
Yeah. That's right.
Because I have no connection. I don't feel anything. I just feel I'm in my own life, and I've got happiness, I've got peace, and this is my life now.
That's right.
I always say if you have an emotion where it's painful or upsetting, there's still healing to be done.
There is.
When an emotion arises, that's to say, I need healed. There's still a lot of healing to be done. It's when you, like you say, Orla, when you can just wish them well and say, it doesn't bother me anymore, you know, and have a nice life and do well and wish you well. That's when you have finally overcome that, you know, and fully took your power back. I think.
100%, I agree with you, Alice. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So sorry.
No, on you go.
I was just going to discuss my week as being crazy busy. I just finished a one-to-one reading with some lovely ladies before we came on, and you know what I love the most about mediumship, and people say, does that not freak you out? I love it. When I actually feel the physical pain that the spirit felt prior to that or in their lifetime, and I feel that in my own physical body, I just think that is the most beautiful miracle.
Yeah.
That I'm proud to feel. Pardon?
Spirit can very much do a lot. So much to show that they're here, they're still around us, you know. My guides Spirit will always say to me, you know, you either choose to live in heaven or you choose to live in hell. But it's us, it's the human part of us that has to have a logical reason. It's the human part of us that has to have boundaries and limitations, where Spirit has very much taught me there is no limitations, there is no boundaries. It's only the ones we set ourselves, and I love that. I'm always in awe of Spirit, even when something new happens and they take me by surprise. I'm always in awe, always.
Same. And you know, I never get used to it, and you know, just when you think, and then you're surprised even more, and then I'd be like, oh my God, and it's just so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
So, and I'm always nervous. It doesn't matter if I'm doing an event, a church service, when I'm working with Spirit, I'm always nervous But I think it's good to be nervous. I think it's good because it keeps us humble, it keeps us grounded, and it makes us remember that it's not just our journey, it's our team's journey. And as we're learning, they're learning. So if they can show up for us, we should be showing up for them. So it should always be that teamwork. I would be lost. Yeah, I think most mediums feel that, don't they? They would be like, I remember whenever I had there was a particular guide, and he was only a helper, and I knew he wasn't going to stay with me long. And I can remember driving home and felt this awful, like a loss feeling. I can't really explain it apart from a loss. And I was like, why am I feeling like this? And then I was chatting, I chat away to them, and I was chatting away, and I was saying to my guy, you're leaving me today? And he says, yes. And you can physically feel that.
Yeah,
you know,
separation.
it's like being separated from a member of your family, your close family. You're around us. But yeah, it's just amazing what they can do. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I love them teaching.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, the nervousness, you know, has and always will stay with me. And I agree with everything you said there. It keeps us grounded, and it lets us know who's in charge, and keeps us centered, and stops us getting above our station if we ever thought we could.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of it, is nerves, but a lot of it also is the energy too of us connecting with their energy, where we're getting that buzz, that you can feel the energy pulling with you, and you can feel that excitement going around your solar plexus as well as the nerves. But I always find once I start working, like in a demonstration, for instance, in a church or an event, once I start working,
you're grand then, yeah.
You before you know it, you're finished. You think, where did that time go? And you're not high, because you just like, it's just that beautiful energy connection, and afterwards you feel amazing. Yeah, before you started, you may not have felt well. You may not have been feeling well at all when you started, but afterwards you
feel grand.
You're on a bus. Yeah, it's lovely.
You are. Yeah. And I don't know about you guys, but I know if I'd done a demonstration, I think it would take me 2 hours when I got home to come down from the high. It's just like it's adrenaline. It takes me about 2 hours. I'm like, let's get back to the outside.
I know. And then all of a sudden, you just feel this tiredness come down on you, don't you? Yeah. It's like you go from that to woo.
I love it. Plenty of water.
Yeah. Have you ever done any trance or seances? Have you ever done anything like that?
I have. When you're starting off your mediumship, and it's just a very light trance when you're delivering your information, very, very light mental mediumship. I feel my mediumship is in a very deep state of trance. When I conduct my mediumship, I'm never looking at the person. I'm looking away from them, completely glazed over.
That's right.
And I've often, I remember, you won't know who I'm talking about, so I can say it. I was doing the reading. I was very much in a deep state of trance, but I was still somewhat aware when the sitter said, "Can you stop?" And I came back, and my legs had been wrapped. I'm double jointed, so my two legs had been wrapped, and it was exactly like how his mother would have sat when she was alive in her chair. And it was so overwhelming for him. But then, you know, he was happy, but spirit completely taken over me. And, you know, I don't know how you feel about spirit boards or angel boards. Some people don't, but I have sat with an angel board, and it was beautiful, because obviously I know what I'm doing. I would never recommend anyone to do anything like that unless they knew what they were doing. But it's, for me, it was another tool, if you like, at the time, and it was a beautiful experience. But I have sat in deep trance, and photographs were took where there was overshadowing of my hand, of my face, and in one of the videos, in the mind's eye of the students, my mouth was shut. But through video, my mouth was moving. But there was no sound coming out, and it was captured on video. So that was pretty amazing. Yeah, pretty amazing. Yeah. So yeah, I've sat in trance a good bit, and I love that, and I love when it's captured, and you can see all you know, the overshadowing, and I've seen other mediums where they've spoken, and you know, a different voice has come through, and it's pretty fascinating. And there's actually a photograph of me on the platform in the Spiritualist Union in Lucan, and there's an image of Gordon Higginson behind. And there's a white line on one of the photographs going from the picture over to my ears.
All right.
And then another image of orange light going from his picture over to me. And that was all captured, So, so
sorry, I was going to say, I don't know if you've seen them, Alice. I would sit with a good friend over here every fortnight, and we would do physical. And we have photographs, and my head's not there. It's a young man with a moustache. My head's completely gone. And in another photo, you can see my face. My head's completely translucent, and they're really coming over. It's amazing. It's amazing what you can do. I love the photographs. I love the evidence of being able to show that and to have that. And I take selfies with my guys. Alice laughs at me, but I do. I do. I love taking selfies. I love capturing it.
You take selfies everywhere you go.
I do, because you know what? Spirit's always up for a laugh, and they're like, you know, they're always game for a giggle and a laugh, and let's photobomb, and they're always there. They're always up for it. So they are.
Absolutely. It's powerful.
It is.
Pardon?
Yeah. It is. It's really important that we can show them validations too.
And I think more physical mediumship needs to be shown now, and Northward as well, development wise, for students, and indeed, you know, for all of us, physical mediumship is awe-inspiring, for sure.
I love
it.
I mean, you know, back
I was completely spirit trained. I still am completely spirit trained. And it's exactly
spirit trainers all.
I know, but I mean, I didn't go to tutors and, you know, things like that. That's I was completely spirit trained. So
Absolutely.
I'm really grateful for them teaching me the way they have. But I love being outside the box.
Yeah.
I just love to be outside the box and try different things and do different things.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And, you know, we'll be our whole lives developing and we will never know it all.
No.
And to be different, to be uniquely you, and to just let mediumship for me should be very natural. There, you know, we're the middle person between spirit and their loved one. Let's make it as natural and as easy, you know, without too much palaver, if you like.
Yeah.
It should be just.
Get out of our own way. I always say to people, we need to get out of our own way. And then when we get out of our own way, that the magic can really blossom and happen. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. I always say that to my students as well. If you get yourself out the road, get yourself out the way of it, you will find that your connection with spirit world will grow, you know. But once you start putting yourself first, you know, then you're taking over the whole thing, you know, you're taking control, you know. Once you release that, I think it's you know, it's good. Have you been trained by anybody, Orla? Trained with anyone in your younger days?
In my younger days, yes. Tony Stockwell. Are you familiar with Tony Stockwell?
Yeah.
Tony Stockwell, and a really nice guy as well.
He's lovely.
A really nice, really nice guy. Very natural and very. I suppose I'm gonna say he made mediumship normal for me.
Yeah.
And very natural. And so Lynn Probert as well. She was a really good tutor. But as much as I've done my training with them, and I'm grateful for all their guidance and all their advice, my best tutor was Spirit.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
They taught me everything.
Yeah. I can remember Spirit saying to me, you know, when are you going to stop throwing money away and start just working with us, you know? And but I think for me it was a confidence thing. I think it was a confidence thing with me. And I think it was good to have had the training I did have, you know, because it taught me many things. It taught me many things of, I get that, I understand that, but that's not what I want for me, you know, or that, and no, that makes sense. I understand that more, you know.
I used to fixate on certificates. My spirit team used to say to me, "Stop it, Judith. You don't need a certificate. Stop it." I have stopped it now. But I used to be master for certificates. Yeah.
And I think that's something that's been embedded in us as even children.
You think that's what you have to have because that's what everybody wants. Instead of just letting your works stand for itself.
That's right. But it's something that's been embedded in us even since children. You know, even if you're at school where you've got to get to a certain criteria, you've got to get you know, your certificate for this of achievement to say you've done it, and it goes all the way down the line. But really, you know, there are amazing mediums out there. You know, they have no certificates, they've had no internal training.
You don't need them.
They'll never be recognized or known. You know, and yet they are. I know some people that are just fantastic, you know. You know, but you know, it's spirit leads you the way you're meant to go, you know.
Very true.
As I said, you know, I very much appreciated the, being tutored by Tony and Lynn. They gave me a great understanding of what was actually going on. You know, which I didn't know what, you know, what's going on? How am I seeing these faces when I'm going to sleep right up to my mind? You know, help me. And they did.
That's right.
And
Yeah,
then,
and that's
you know,
what I mean.
knew I'm not going to
understand. They made it right, didn't they? You know, so I get you. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I'm going to say it. Spirit are our biggest teachers and our best teacher.
They
I
are.
always say they're our biggest cheerleaders. Yeah, they'd see them.
Yeah,
Totally.
they are. Yeah, and as long as you constantly work with them and talk to them and listen, you know, then they'll never ever, you know, guide you up the wrong path. They'll always lead you to the right way. It's whether you listen or not is a different thing.
Exactly.
You know,
if you're going to ask, follow
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
They
That's
will
right.
never, and
Well,
they'll
just
never
aware
give
of
us
the time.
anything we can.
Yeah, Judith, I'm aware of the time now. It's 9:10, and we're meant to be doing live readings. So,
Oh, right, okay.
yeah.
Sorry. And we bubble, and we bubble. Well, okay, Alice. So, what have you got coming up before we finish up?
I've just what have I got? Yeah, Arden Cable. I've got. I think I've advertised it earlier on, so I have got Arden Cable coming up, and that is. I'll just pop this on just now.
There you go.
In Helensburgh, 31st of October, Halloween night. And it's myself and Anne Shaw, and tickets can be bought through Eventbrite. And there's some prizes to be won on that night as well. And there may be tickets at the door. Okay, so hopefully there is. Hopefully, I'm sure there will be. You know, but if you want to buy online, then there is also a prize for that as well. You know, so I've got that. And next week, Judith, we're not on.
That's right,
we're not on next week. I'm going down to see my daughter. So I'm going down there. Hubby and I are going down there for the week and going to see my daughter. So, yeah.
Next Tuesday, my granddaughter's 16th birthday. So, and I was just saying, I'm the very first person to hold her because our daughter had to have an emergency section. And I can remember that day so vivid, and now she's going to be 16. So, yes, growing up. But yes, we'll not be here next week, but we will be here the week after and following on from that. What about you, Orla? What have you got coming up?
What have I got coming up? I'm actually doing a charity event on the 25th of October for St. Francis Hospice, which is a phenomenal organisation, and it's in the Spiritualist Union of Ireland, and all monies raised for that will go to the hospice. So I'm doing it with two other mediums in Luke, and I've obviously got my classes and stuff and my one-to-ones, but I have an event in the UK in Soul Growth Spiritualist Centre, and I'm going to be teaching there, and it's just outside Liverpool, so I'm over there in November.
In December.
Yeah, I have a lot of Pardon?
I'm over in Liverpool in December. I love Liverpool.
Well, they're a lovely small church, and I'm looking forward to be working over there. Equally looking forward to raising some money for the hospice, and I'm probably forgetting loads of stuff, but that's just the gist of me for the next little while anyway.
Well, we're sharing your website and your social links, so anybody who would like to contact Orla, please do. You'll find all her links in our posts that Malice and myself have been sharing. For me, I've kind of disappeared into the background at the minute, but there's a lot going on because there's a lot coming out. So I'm putting all the hard work in at the minute, but I'm looking forward to sharing all that with you shortly. So for tonight, guys, please do stay with us. Alice and Orla are going to be doing live readings after the break. But for tonight, for the chat show part, please take care and know we send all our love. We're so very grateful. Please like and subscribe. completely free. We're grateful for your support. So please do hang about, and Alice and Orla will see you after, and we will see you on the Spiritual Chat Show the week after next. So for now, take care. God bless. Stay safe.
Thank you. Bye. Judith, are you still there? Or no? Alice, are you still there?
Yes, if you just hang on there. You just stay there.
Oh, good evening and welcome to Sparkle Light Spiritual Chat Show. But this time we're doing live readings. We're doing live readings now. So this is a follow-on to our show which we just had. And we had this lovely chat with Orla Harte, who is a beautiful spiritual medium with lots of experience. So we do have some guests on the show tonight, Orla, and if you want to keep staying on, I can see there's a few names still. Linda, Spawn, Kelly. There's more. There's a whole list of names here. But it's lovely that you have still stayed on. Angela as well, Nancy, hi, my darling, Karen. There's loads of people here. So we have now reached season 4 in the show. So it's great to be able to sort of kick this off tonight and let you have a little treat and do some live readings. So I know, Orla, you need to sort of leave a little bit earlier, and we're on till about 10 o'clock tonight. So I know you're leaving a little bit earlier on. So would you like to go first on with the reading? Would that be all right for you, darling? Would that be okay?
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, guys, and it's a pleasure to be able to communicate with the spirit world for you this evening. And how I work is I'll just give out the information if you can understand any of the information. I think, do they raise their hand? Alice,
you can just they can raise their hand here on the comment box. They can put some comments on as well. I'll keep an eye on it and I'll put it under the screen for Orla. And then when it's myself, I'm doing the whole lot.
Okay. So as I am aware of a lot of spirit gathering, and they've been with us for the last hour and 15 minutes on while we were talking, but in very much, spirit, they can cross over each other very, very quickly. And I do know I have a lady here that is not allowing anyone else through. It's as simple as that. And I know as she communicates with me, she talks about her daughter here on the earth, and she also gives me a female related cancer. So she is talking about breast cancer to me, and she's a very proud woman, and she tells me she wasn't that old when she passes, 55, around 55, early to mid 50s, and she very clearly connects the name of Margaret in and around her. Very good looking woman too, might I add. So can anyone understand this lady?
Okay, so if you can understand the audience that's listening tonight, if you can understand any of this, could you just put a comment on, please, just to let our medium know. I don't want to take the message, okay? I can understand it with somebody, but I don't want to take the message yet in case somebody else can. Okay. So if anyone can understand this, could you please let Orla know? And it is a lady with the name of Margaret, breast cancer. I understand that. I can take that with someone.
Okay.
And the age I would probably say was 45, not 55, but that doesn't matter. Do you know? It doesn't matter. I can understand the breast cancer, good looking woman. And but if somebody else can take this, please put a message in the comment box.
Okay, so I'm going to give some more.
Yeah, give more information. Yeah, it'll be helpful.
She had her own. She was witty in her personality as well, and she didn't lose that wit and humour in her illness. Because what she also loved music. She loved life, and she very much is saying to me there, she was more worried about her hair than the illness.
Yeah.
And her hair is very important to her. And it's like she showed me locks of hair, but everyone should have a lock of her hair. That's what she's saying to me. And she loved clothes, so she's really well dressed for me. And she was pretty. She's not saying it in a vain way, but she said she was pretty. And I believe this lady did have a faith in angels.
Okay. If anybody could understand any of this, if you want to put a message in the comment box, if not, then Orla will continue on. I can take the connection to music. I can take the understanding of the hair as well, because she lost all of her hair and had to wear a wig.
Okay.
I'm not sure about the connection with angels.
You understand her dry wit and her humour and her personality and her love of life.
Yes.
And what I see there as she connects with me is she tells me she stands by the ocean in the spirit world.
Okay.
And she wasn't afraid. She was not afraid. And she loved people. She loved family. And she also loved her home.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
She
did love her home. Her home is beautiful.
She talks about a photograph of her face that's been replicated a number of times.
Right. Okay. I don't know.
Photograph. And it's not, the image I'm seeing is actually not coloured, it's black and white.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
And she wants the whole world to see this image. And she also talks of money being raised in her name.
I believe there was I do believe there was a charity, and it was raised in her name many years ago. Yeah.
And she's proud of that. And she makes me aware that there is either a daughter or a granddaughter that resembles her in looks.
Yes, there is. It's a daughter.
And that her name is carried on too.
Yes, it is.
And the ring with the stone in it needs to be fixed.
Okay, I wouldn't know about that, but yeah, I can understand about the rest. Yeah.
Now, would you also understand Max something in a second name connected with her?
I can understand the Mac. Yeah, I can understand the Mac with the second name. Yeah.
Okay.
It's McCall.
Okay. And she's smiling, and a lovely smile actually. And she was a woman that fought many battles.
Yeah.
But this was one battle she couldn't win.
That's right.
Now, Alice, would you know any history of fostering in the family?
A what?
Fostering or adoption?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
saying this, and
yes.
she's smiling as she.
The daughter that she's talking about, she adopted the daughter through marriage. Yeah.
Okay. And love family. That's what she says. Love family. And she tells me she was very good with her hands at one point.
Yes, she was very good.
And make anything.
She could.
And
she did. Yeah, made lots of things. Yeah.
And she tells me, do you know, did she ever embroidery?
I know she made lots of dresses, and she did a lot of sewing, and I think she could turn her hand to anything. Yeah.
She's telling me there is something small that I'm sure I'm seeing it in thread, and it's on white cloth that's still around.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I lost contact with the daughter, lost touch with it, so I don't really know. But it wouldn't surprise me if there was. Yeah.
And the message from Spirit, and it's coming to you, Alice, be the best version of you.
Sorry?
And never be the best version of you, and never allow anyone to tell you no.
Okay. Yeah.
Follow the dream.
Yeah.
And she's dancing. She's dancing in the spirit world. That's what she shows me. And
she was a dancer.
Okay.
She was a dancer.
Tell her I'm dancing, and flowers grow brighter here.
Yes.
So,
yeah. She was a dancer.
Wow. So can I leave her love with you, Alice?
Yes, yeah, that is absolutely lovely. That is beautiful. And thank you, Margaret, for coming forward. Yeah, it's lovely. Thank you so much. Thank you, Orla. Thank you. You want to do another one, Orla, before you leave?
I will.
Okay.
I'll do one more.
And then I'll continue. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Bless you. Thank you.
I know I want to communicate with a gentleman here, and okay, I'm going around the age of 70, 73 with him, and I know he is a dad. I know he is a granddad. I also know that he brings in his son with him. Okay, and he's telling me it's a normal name, and there's nothing fancy about his name. It's just, in his words, it's a mundane name, and that's quite repetitive in the family. And he talks of the name John, and he laughs about it because he's quite funny. Because he said everyone has a John over here. You know, this is the humour for him. But he tells me of a massive heart attack for him. But the son that's with him is a baby.
Okay.
A small baby.
Anyone can understand any of this? Would you put in the comment box, please? But let us know as quick as you can, because timing is of the limit on this and keeping the connection going. Okay.
He's just said to me he wasn't a thin man. He was quite rounded, and he drove for a living. He's showing me this, and he keeps telling me the baby boy is in his arms, and he's also telling me there was someone tried to resuscitate him, but he was gone.
Okay.
Can anyone understand it?
Okay. Can you see the comment box at all, Orla? Can you see it, darling? Do you feel enjoyed? Anybody, maybe?
Sorry.
Okay. Oops, I've lost you. She's gone. I've lost the medium. Okay, so we're back to me again. All right. Okay. Our lovely medium's just been cut off there. Okay. So hopefully she'll come back on again. And we can continue on with what Orla was actually saying there. All right. Yeah, so what I'll do is then I'll continue on until Orla catches up with us and comes back on. So let me see where I'm going. And remember, put a little, message in the comment box. Please try and be, yeah. She's just messaged me and said the connection's gone. Okay, so let's just continue on with me, okay? And just put the message at the bottom if you understand what I'm saying, okay? All right, I've got a lady stepping forward. I actually feel quite connected to the name of, can I come to Kelly Bell, please? I feel I'm connecting with you, my darling. Would you understand the lady in spirit and where the connection, this lady who's coming forward makes me feel like your mum's mum in spirit world. She makes me feel like a grandmother. And she's also given me the July connection for a birthday or an anniversary or a passing around that time, Kelly. Okay, and I feel as this lady comes forward here. I feel with her that she was a force to be reckoned with, I would say. Okay, you wouldn't have she put up with no nonsense, this woman, and everybody knew where they were because she put everybody kind of in their place. Okay, so my mom and dad's wedding anniversary, is that what you're saying, Kelly? Okay, my darling. Okay, grand, that's good. Okay, so I'm just going to keep you with this, and if you can keep putting comments on, that would be great for me, darling. Okay, and yeah, so that would be correct. And also I just feel here she is bringing in that she was a force to be reckoned with at times. I feel she was the kind of anchor to the whole family, this lady. Okay, and as she brings this in as well, I feel with her that it's like she's trying to give you some strength just now, Kelly, to kind of okay, so the answer to that is what I'm getting. She was absolutely okay, right? Okay, so what she's also giving me here just now, though, is you're kind of needing this strength just now. All right, to kind of stand up for yourself in a situation where you're needing to stand your ground. She's saying you need to stand your ground, okay, because you've kind of let something slide. She's saying, all right, and for your own well-being, she's wanting you to speak up, okay, and stand up for your own rights on something. Okay, now she's also taking me here around yeah, do you understand that? Okay, can I also say to you as well, would you understand why she's giving me a work situation, or where someone in the work, it's like you're needing to kind of say something that you're not really happy with, but you're kind of, it's like you know what you want to say, but it's like you're not saying it, or maybe you're fearful of saying it, of the repercussions of this. Okay, because this is the way she's bringing it into me, Kelly. So you understand that, darling? Yes. Okay, right. Well, she's giving you this strength just now, okay, for you to get this kind of tweaked and sorted out. Okay, because or she just said, because enough's enough. All right, she doesn't want you keeping on this path with whatever this is. All right, and I feel that she's got your strength, she's got your back, but I also feel as well, just as I said that to you, I just seen a dog come in. Okay, so there's a dog in spirit world, and I sense this is a family dog of perhaps when you were younger. Okay, but she's bringing in a dog here, and this dog's been over in spirit for quite some time. It's not a huge dog, but it was a dog. It had a strong personality. This dog, okay, that's coming in. Okay, so if you can understand with the dogs coming in, she's bringing that in as well. And dogs, animals give unconditional love, and I feel this is what she's wanting to give to you just now. and it's through this animal. So yes, you understand that. That's great, because it's this unconditional love there that you're just, do you know what? Your grandmother, you know, she would give hugs, you know, she didn't give them just randomly, but when she did give you a hug, then you knew, you know, she really meant it. Okay. And I just feel here she's giving you a massive hug just now and telling you, one step at a time. Yeah, carry on the way you're going. But remember, not, oh, okay, she just said carry on the way you're going, but there's going to be a change in the way something has been run regarding your work. Something's changing there for the better. Okay. I can see you moving on as well. Okay, so I can see you moving on. I can see that as well coming in. Yeah. I don't know if this is a different department. More or less the same sort of work, but with something else highlighted into it. Okay, but I'm going to just give you one of my angel cards as well here. Okay. So just bear with me. Okay. Okay, there it is. That's your one that's come out. Right, you've also got the divine position here. Okay, so you've got that card as well. And I know as I'm connecting with your card and I'm connecting with spirit world, she's also saying to me as well, there has been a little health issue, okay, that has been pulling you down, but it's like the light's shining now, and it's like your body's now starting to shine and get brighter, and you're going to start to feel more in top form again, okay. But the card, as I'm linking with spirit world, I'm definitely getting linked into where things have been a little bit unsettled there, okay, regarding health, okay. And she's saying to me just now that she's singing that song, The Sun is Shining Brightly. The sun is shining. I'm not going to sing it. You don't want me to sing it, Kelly. You know, I'd lose everybody if I start singing. So I'll just say the song is called The Sun is Shining Brightly. Okay, so if you can look that up as well, because she's giving you that light, she's giving you that sun, and she's giving you the love that you deserve and you're needing right now. But you've got Archangel Raphael with this card. Okay, and as the card says, light is shining upon your healthy body. Okay, so things are getting brighter there. So I will love and leave you with that, and I hope that makes sense to you, Kelly. Okay, and I will move on to my next victim. No. No, my next beautiful angel that's on here waiting for a reading. Okay, all right. So I can see quite a few are asking for readings, and I take it you're all wanting a reading anyway, but I will just go with where I'm getting drawn to with this, okay? Lovely. Okay, I actually am getting drawn to the name of Gerard. Okay, so Gerard, if you're still on, I'm going to connect with you because I'm getting drawn with a gentleman that's actually came in, and he was connecting me with your name. Okay, so as this man comes in here, he makes me feel like a father, or somebody that was like a father to you, but definitely someone who there's a fatherly kind of nurturing feeling that I have got with this gentleman. Are you still on, Gerard? Yeah. Okay. So if you just bear with me, and as this man comes in here, I don't feel he got to a ripe old age, if that makes sense. And I also feel as well with him that yeah. Soft. Okay. He's trying to tell me something. Just bear with me 2 minutes. Just write that down. He's telling me here that he was very good at handling money. Okay, so I don't know if that's what he did as a job or not, but he brings me to the connection of, yeah, handling goods as well. I'm just getting told handling goods as well. So if you don't understand that with him, would you understand if this is with you or somebody just connecting with you, who handles goods and actually works with money as well? Okay, because he's bringing that in. Okay, but I felt like a father, or a fatherly figure, with this gentleman, and I also feel as well. So I've got, with that answer, I've got yes. Okay, right, that's great. Okay, can I just say as well, I feel with him, just now, I felt that he had upper tract problems. I feel a couple of things wasn't right with him. I feel his lungs, I feel his heart was a problem. I also feel as well that he wasn't a man for complaining. He just got on with it, and I feel he worked very, very hard all these days until he couldn't. Okay, but I know, as he's bringing in here about the financial aspects and the handling of goods, he's talking also about with you too, where you kind of need to watch what you're doing with money at this moment in time. So I don't know if you've been thinking about doing investment or changing maybe your bank regarding money, but I'm getting told here, don't change things yet. Okay, wait until the new year, and it's definitely to do with a change with money. Okay, and also to get things more organized there as well, so as things run more smoothly next year financially for you. Okay, because he makes me feel it's just been a little bit of a roller coaster and a bit of a hiccup going on there that's been bringing a little bit of wee bit of concern in and around you. Okay, now I know as well, he talks about right, okay. There's a name coming in as well. There's a lady now coming forward, and her name is Jean or Jane. I'm not hearing it properly, but I feel that would be her name, Jean or Jane. Okay, I know he's connected with this lady in spirit world as well, and also he's giving me an anniversary around March time, for a passing or a wedding anniversary. He's also given me that as well. So I want to also remember, put your comments on at the bottom as well there, Jared. Okay, so we know where we're going with this, because I know it's been yes up until now, but you need to put your comments up quicker so as I know exactly where we're going with it. Okay, so I'm just going to do a card there for you as well. All right, okay, and we'll see what we get. Okay, that's great. We got a comment back. Right, okay, your card at this moment in time is the inner voice. Okay, now normally actually you're quite a good judge of character, I'm getting told. Okay, and normally you listen to what your heart's telling you, but recently you've not been. Recently you've been, last 6 months or so anyway, you've been kind of dismissing some gut intuition that you feel you know's right, but you're putting it aside and you're just like, no, it's like, I don't want to think about that. You know, and you're getting told here to listen, because you have got a connection with spirit world as well, Jared. Okay, am I right in saying that? Because I also feel a connection there with you in spirit too, and I know we all have that connection, but they're talking about something just slightly different there, where you do know when spirit's connecting with you, because you can sense and you can feel them, and so I'm right on that. That's fine. Okay, my darling. But what I am getting told from this gentleman is, don't ever ignore your own inner voice, okay? I also want to say to you as well, I can see like a circle. So I don't know if you're sitting in a development circle or not just now, but I can see a development circle, and I'm hearing about to change. Okay, so if you're sitting in this circle at the moment, I'm getting told it's about to change. So if you can just get back to me on that. Okay, yeah. Okay, so that's right. Okay, so if I want to just say to you that it is to do with the development circle, and there is a change coming to that with a progression. Okay, and listen to what you're feeling and what you're receiving, not what maybe other people are apt to tell you that you're feeling or what it should be. Okay, because you know yourself. Okay. The gentleman I've also got as well is giving me dancing, so he would have liked to do like a bit of ballroom, like the foxtrot, the waltz, that kind of thing. You know, I'm not saying he was good at it, but he is bringing that in. He liked his music and dance, he says, as well, and he's wanting to bring kind of music and life to the full for you just now, because he wants you to enjoy your life and not be pulling yourself back a little bit from life. It's okay to do that now and again, you know, because we all need to have that space. But I think they're telling you now you've had enough space and it's time for you to just get back out there and enjoy your life. I don't know if you can also understand fishing as well. I don't know if this makes sense for you or whether this gentleman, I actually feel this is like a father, grandfather, or father-in-law that I've got, okay? So if you understand it that way, it feels like a father figure, as I said to you. I'm getting the fishing rod. Yeah, okay. I'm also getting it symbolically as well for you, you know, and it's like putting the fishing rod out, but make sure what you're getting back in return is right for you. And that's just what I've been told and what I heard there. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you, and I would like to just leave you with their love. And also the lady who's called Jean, it's not Jane, it's Jean, okay, in spirit world. So yeah, okay, so that's great. So thank you, that makes sense. Thank you, Gerard, and thank you for your comment and your feedback on that. That's grand, thank you so much. So I know we've still got some people on who are interested in getting a reading, but I will leave that in Spirit's capable hands, okay? They're my boss and they're my leader, so I'll go with that, all right? So let's just see. Let's see where we're going. Okay, right. Right, now, I have a young lady stepping forward, and she feels like a daughter. Okay, she feels like a daughter or a granddaughter, but this is what I'm feeling at the moment. This young girl, I feel passed through quite unexplained circumstances, a little bit of tragedy with this passing, I feel as well, and it all kind of happened out the blue with this woman. I'm actually getting an accident here. I'm also getting an accident here as well. Okay. Right, so I have got this young woman. I know she is a daughter. Okay. I don't know if it's to somebody that's on here tonight or you would know this within the family. But I know she has a daughter here, and I know there would have been a car accident there would be a car accident. So if you don't understand that she was in the car accident, then but you understand there was a car accident that took place recently, then let me know, because they're maybe just giving me that as who I'm going to. But I do know there was an accident. I know there was a vehicle accident with her as well. Okay, because that is coming in quite strong there. So if anyone understands that, please just pop it in the comment box. Okay, right, where am I going? Where are you? Right, if nobody understands, can somebody put a comment on the comment box if you understand this? Although I want to go to, is it Linda McKee, is it? Hold on, just to see. Was it Siobhan? Oh, right, okay. Maybe I'm coming back to Linda then. Linda, if you don't understand this, then that's fine. It means I'm coming back to you. All right. But if you can, just put it in the comment box. Ah, right. So you were in a car accident. Okay. Right. That's fine. Because they were taking me to you. Okay, right. I'm just going to carry on with you, darling. Okay. I know someone else can take it in a similar way, but I want to continue on with, it's not quite the same. So I wanted to continue on with Linda, because that's where I get drawn to. So you were in the car accident. Okay. Can you understand also, can you understand your mother or a mother-in-law in spirit world, Linda, as well? Can you understand that? If you can put that in the comment box, because I feel a motherly figure coming in here. Because this, yeah, okay, this lady's a bit older, okay, but she's also with this younger girl in spirit world. Your mother's in spirit, okay, that's absolutely fine. Okay, so that makes sense. That's where the other lady is. It's coming forward from the spirit world. She says, she did say mum. Okay, now she's also talking about a younger girl in spirit world as well, and there was tragic circumstances with her too, and there was an accident that took her to spirit world. Okay, so can you understand that, Linda? Because the connection's very strong, the love is very strong. Oh, you can. Yes, my darling. Okay, your sister. Okay, that's that. You understand that as your sister. That's absolutely fine, because this is what I'm receiving from mum. Okay, now I'd like to say to you that they're both around you. Okay, and they also knew about your own car accident as well. Okay, but the car accident that you were in, Linda, there's something that I'm getting drawn to with spirit world, and it's like I'm seeing a light come down, okay, on where the accident was. And I'm also getting told here that spirit had you in their arms, and they were making sure you were going to be safe, okay, because this could have potentially have been very, very nasty, okay, and I am getting told by them you had a lucky escape, okay. Okay, right, and they're very much. Did somebody take a picture actually? See, after the car accident, did somebody take a picture? And there was some sort of light around the picture. You understand that? Oh yeah. So your answer is you felt that at the time, Linda, okay? And you don't know how you got out. Well, they're telling you how, because they were there, and they were definitely, they had you in their arms, okay? And they were just making sure, no, this is not happening. Okay, enough's enough. And the accident wasn't, yes, there was pictures. Yeah, so you understand the pictures, right? Because definitely getting shown the pictures here. And where there was, there's a light in this picture, okay? So I don't know if you've noticed it or not, but look back at these pictures, because you will see, you will see this quite clearly, the connection, okay? You'll see it quite clearly. But your mum is definitely saying that she's been around you. She knows as well that you have been going through a little bit of there's a few things been going on with you, okay, but she's talking here about a little bit of anxiety, okay, that's been going on with you. All right. Okay. I'll come back in a little minute there. Okay. All right. I'm just reading what's getting put on the comment box as well for anybody that's listening to the podcast. I'm not talking to myself, honestly. So I will come back to you. I will come back to you, Siobhan, in a little minute, my darling. Okay. All right. So bear with me. But at this moment in time, I'm still with Linda. So Linda, I'm going to do a card for you now, darling. Okay. And we'll see what kind of angel card we're getting. And I will still be linking this with Spirit World as well. Okay. So let me just see where we're going with the cards. Okay. Right. Okay. Let's see what we've got coming. No. Hear that? I've got it. Clear your vibes is what you've got. Okay. So clear the energy. All right. And it's like they want to try and get you back into a more positive mind state. All right. And get away from like the fear of things and the fear of what could be. Okay. They want you to keep that connection of love with them. And with that, you will get the peace and you will get the harmony there as well. But the clear your vibes card, you understand that, Linda? Okay, so the clear your vibes card is very much about clearing your energy. All right, so I feel it's already started. Okay, without you even knowing, but I feel it's already started, and I feel your energy is getting cleared. I feel you're also listening a little bit more to things that's been said to you than you were about 8 months ago. Okay, but just blend in with spirit and just feel the love, feel the presence, feel that your mom and feel the presence of her around you, and know that your mum's all right. Your mum's fine, okay? But she has been just a little bit wee bit worried about you, okay? Now, I know mum could get a bit anxious about things at times, okay? And she says, do you know, now I realise that it was a waste of time, okay? So don't you do the same thing, she's saying. You've got Archangel Metatron, okay? So you've got with this card. And I know there is a lot of healing from Spirit World in and around you. I also want to take you to London. Okay, so I want to take you to around Charing Cross in London, and you've either been there or somebody is going there, okay, or there's a memory there, but I guess right away get taken to London, Charing Cross in London, okay, it's in and around that area, all right, and I am getting told that there is that connection there. So I take it you're not okay. So you understand that. That's okay. But remember, I've said this because it's quite strong. So I feel there's another connection with London there and in and around that area as well. Whether you've had it as a memory before, but I feel it's coming back in again. So okay, right. So you understand that. So I'm just going to leave you with their love. Okay, my darling. Oh, you're Linda. All right. I'm just at your sister went there. Your sister went there. Okay, right. Well, it's just a bit of evidence as well. There is definitely your sister that's here as well. Okay, so if you understand it that way, that's fine, because she is bringing that in, the connection of Charing Cross in London as evidence and also as a memory. Okay, and also a visit. There's a visit coming up there as well for you. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with that, my darling, and thanks so much for letting me work with you. Okay, and I wanted to go back to Siobhan. Is it Siobhan? Yeah. No problem, darling. There was a little bit of there was similarities, and this can happen when you work with Spirit World. You know, where you get the similarities there between yourself and somebody else, but yet something slightly different. Okay, that just narrows it away to make sure that you're going to the right person. If Siobhan, are you still on, darling? If you're still on, then I'll continue. Just let me know if you're still on. All right. It's a yes or a no, but let me know you're still on there. And if not, then maybe you'll catch up with this later. But hope you're still here, because I did get this a kind of similar kind of story going on there. I was getting about yes, you said yes, so you're on, you understand that, Siobhan. Okay, right, so I'm just working with you just now, my darling. Okay, so I know that you could understand some of it, and I know you also understood about the car accident, and you took the picture as well, and you could capture where spirit was around, so you could understand that as well, which is good. But I also have the connection here as well. I've got two people for you. I have got a gentleman who is a papa or grandpa, and I've also got somebody, and I know it's a popular name, but I've also got the name John or Jonathan. Okay, but I was getting John as well. I know it's a popular name, but I heard the name John, and I've also got grandpa or papa in spirit world, who is also with his wife as well. Okay, so I've got both husband and wife here, and I'm getting taken back to where the car accident a car accident was as well, and there was pictures taken. Okay, so that's kind of identifying a little bit of what was said earlier on. All right, and I know as well that you also had you can place a John. That's great. That's fine. I know this was very traumatic. I know this is very traumatic as well. And you understand the grandfather, Siobhan. That's great. Okay. I don't know if somebody needed to get cut out a car, because I'm also seeing I've seen like somebody getting cut out a car here, or a part of the car getting cut. Okay. I'm also seeing that as well. Okay. All right. So I will say to you that that's just a bit of evidence, but I also want to say to you that your grandfather in spirit world is talking here about yeah. Okay, so the comments come up. Yes, you can understand the cut out of the car. It was your sister. Okay, right. Well, I want to just continue on here with your papa. Okay, and you'll understand where I'm going with this. Okay, because it's your story. I'm only the messenger. Okay, I'm getting told here by okay, I'm getting the number 19 as well. Okay, so this can be the 19th of a month. It could be the age of somebody, but 19 would be significant there. Okay, Siobhan, I'm getting 19, so that is coming in. I've also got I'm getting told that I don't know if it's you or not. If it's not, that somebody close to you who's having a little bit of problem with their throat, a little bit of huskiness in their throat. Just now, I don't know what's going on there, but I'm getting told about huskiness and the throat giving this person a bit of bother. So I don't know if it's you. If it's not, then it's somebody close to you. But I'm getting told that they're aware of this and there's healing going to this person as well. Okay. Would you understand this with you? Because I'm yeah, okay. Because I'm definitely getting it brought back in again, and it's like they're bringing it to me, but they're bringing it more stronger as if it is you. Okay. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. Yes, that's me. Right. That's fine. Can I just say you're getting a lot of healing just now? And I think he's been funny though. Your grandfather, because he's just actually saying, you know, give your voice a rest. Okay, give your voice a rest. He's saying, okay. And I feel he had a good sense of humor. This man, I feel he had a good sense of humor. But he's also a man as well that is giving you a little bit of yeah. Okay, he's just said don't be the scapegoat for someone else. Okay. don't take on someone else's mistake, and don't be the scapegoat for someone else. That's their responsibility. That's not your responsibility. Because this is happening, he's saying. He's saying this is happening with you just now. Okay. Yeah, he's bringing that in really strong, and he's just saying, don't be the scapegoat for somebody else. Okay. And he seems quite firm about this. He's also making me aware of a grandson as well. Okay, I don't know if that's your brother or not, but he's also making me aware of a grandson as well. He's taking me there. And you've answered, I can take this. I'm a convenient scapegoat. Okay, darling. Okay. Well, he's not wanting that for you. Okay. He's not wanting that for you. All right. And just watch how things will turn and change around that. Okay. Things will turn and change around that, because that is not the road you're going on. Okay. And your confidence will come back, he says. Your confidence will come back. It's just a little blip at the moment. Okay. So don't think this is a permanent thing. All right. And I did get the connection with like a grandson as well. I just feel they're keeping an eye on this young lad, okay, and trying to guide on the right path, okay, because it kind of needed guided on the right path a little bit, okay, because I just feel this younger man's just a little bit unsure about things, a wee bit unclear and a bit unsure about things at the moment. Okay, now I'm going to give you a card here as well. All right, and with this, yeah, okay, right, sorry, okay, and I know this is a popular name as well, but I'm getting like Mary or Mary Jane or Mary Ann. This lady had a middle name. Okay, but her first name was Mary, and the middle name definitely has got an A in it as well. I feel she's an aunt in spirit world as well on mum's side of the family. I'm getting very much drawn to her as well. Okay, and I was to let you know that she's all right. Okay, so you say yes to that. That's okay, my darling. Okay, now for your card. Okay. So let me see. Okay. I feel this lady's hair kind of thinned out. There was a change to her hair as well that she wasn't happy about. And she's happy to say just her hair's gleaming and shining again because she loved her hair to look nice. Okay. All right. Right, so now for your card. This is it. Okay. There we are. We've got your card. Manifesting miracles is what you've got. Okay. I also feel as well, as I'm saying this, I also feel there's a young lad around you, or I don't know if this is a partner or husband, but I just feel the connection with a man around you who he seems to be quite a wise old soul, okay? And I know that he will guide you gently into life in a different way. I feel there's a change with this, okay? So I don't feel that I don't feel you've properly got into that fully yet, okay? But you're nearly there with it, okay? And it is manifesting. It is all manifesting, okay? So you do understand that. So you say 100%, okay, my darling, okay? But this is all manifesting, all right? So it's going to get stronger. It's going to get stronger. So just you listen, okay? Because he feels good, you know? He feels like an old soul. He has got a lot of wisdom. He's not perfect, but nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. But he's good for you. Okay? He's good for you. Especially patience. Okay? Patience is a virtue, as they say. And patience is something that you're going to be learning at this moment in time. Okay? And you've got so much love coming from Spirit. I've also got another dog coming in. Okay, I've also got another dog coming in. And I do feel you would know this connection with this dog. This dog, the one I'm seeing now, I'm asking to see a bit clearer, but it looks lighter in colour, more kind of like a, oh yeah, it's definitely got a lot of white in it. It's definitely got a lot of white in it. But this dog's eyes told many a story. Okay, but this dog's in spirit world, and I know this dog was very much loved. And if it's not your dog, then I would be very surprised, because the love that's coming from this dog to you, my darling, it's really strong. It's really strong. It's really powerful. And dogs, I love dogs, and the unconditional love that you get is amazing. But I can feel this love with this dog. I can see it's white. It's a white looking dog here. Lovely eyes. Your grandfather has the dog. There's an aunt, as I said. There's also I feel that your grandfather had a brother in spirit world, and I've also got the name James or Jim as well coming in. Okay, so this dog's surrounded with quite a lot of people, but you would know this dog. You know, you would remember this dog, and you don't need a name to know what the dog is. Okay, if somebody told me about my dog in spirit world, I wouldn't need to know the name. I would know with what they were getting said and what they felt. And this dog has been here many times before. Okay. And it's just remember, love grows. Love grows. Okay. Love grows. And love is definitely what the world needs right now. So no matter what's going on in our life, just share that love with somebody else, okay? And you will find that you will get it back again in many ways. I would like to thank everybody who's actually been part of the show this evening, and also to Orla, and also to my partner in crime, Judith, yeah, and for all her help as well on the show, and for making the show nice and bright and sparkly to our world. And for you out there, remember, life is too short. Go and do whatever you've been thinking of doing, and don't put it off till tomorrow. Because we don't know, we're not just guaranteed the tomorrows, are we? None of us are. But we're guaranteed today and the here and now. So make your plans and get it out there into that universe. This is what I want to do. I want to change my life. I want to do something else. Don't hold yourself back, because we're meant to keep walking forward and not be stuck in the past. And with that, I would like to say to you all, thank you so much for joining, listening, and we'll see you again a week on Tuesday with another guest. Take care and look after each other. God bless.